then, Brenda, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
I work as a supply teaching assistant in primary schools, and I also act.
Have you been to one of Gary's classes?
No.
Not one of his workshops?
No.
You haven't attended them? You haven't even watched?
Yeah, I've watched. Yeah, they're really good fun.
They're good, excellent. What sort of things do you do for fun, Brenda, apart from your acting?
I love Hawaiian dancing and singing, and I love to paint and draw, and also play volleyball.
Very good indeed. Okay, now, Brenda, there you're on 16. I mean, if you can score 83 or less, you're into the next round.
Go for Stacey Solomon.
Stacey Solomon, says Brenda. Let's see how many of our 100 people said. Stacey Solomon, there's your red line. Stacey Solomon is right. Down she goes for 30, taking your total up to 46.
Well played, Brenda. Yeah, won Series 10, the lovely Stacey Solomon. She beat Sean Ryder. Sean Ryder was second. Yeah.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Jane, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a regulatory affairs specialist for a biotech company, mainly in medical devices, specifically in vitro diagnostics.
Okay. Yeah.
You've got the biggest business card also I've ever seen.
So you're working in sort of the same area as Martin then?
Yeah, sort of.
Did you meet over a medical device?
No.
Sorry, that's a personal question. Sorry. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. You didn't meet through a share. Oh, anyway, go on. Yeah.
We met at university.
Okay, very good. Good. Now, Jane, listen, if you can score 90 or less, you're into round 2. What do you want to go for?
I'm just going to go for Dougie Pointer, please.
Okay, Dougie Pointer, says Jane. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Dougie Pointer. There's your red line. It's right. Answers, and that's £250 to this jackpot, takes the total up to £5,500, scores you nothing, leaves your total at 9, and gets you very comfortably into round 2.
Beautifully done, Jane. Very well done. Yeah, the bassist from McFly, Dougie Pointer. And shortly after Dougie won I'm a Celebrity to Get Me Out of Here, Harry Judd, the drummer from McFly, won Strictly. So the rhythm section of McFly had a great Christmas.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, George. You're still the high scorers at this stage. In fact, the only route for you to get to round 2 would involve you having to score 2.
That could be a challenge.
Okay, anyway, remind us all about yourself, George.
So I'm a student in Leeds studying natural sciences.
Okay, how long have you been doing that?
I'm in second year now.
Second year. In Leeds, that's a lovely place to be.
Yeah.
What sort of interests do you have when you're studying at Natski?
I love my sports, so football, rugby. I even played a bit of ice hockey last year.
Wow, how did that go?
Horrifically.
I mean, how are you as a skater?
I couldn't ice skate. We decided to do it as a flat, and there was a few of us that carried on and actually bought all the equipment and everything, and it didn't go very well.
No. You'd never get me doing that, I have to say. Now, George, you're on 100. You're our high scorers, but let's see, what can you find on the board?
I'm not sure if any of them's going to be, out of the ones I know, is going to be less than 2. But we'll go for Georgia Toffolo.
Georgia Toffolo. Okay, no red line. You're the high scorers. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Georgia Toffolo. It's right. Oh, 14 is what it scores you. Takes us up to 114.
Yes, a valiant effort, George. She won Series 17. Struck up a friendship with Stanley Johnson while she's in there. They've done lots of TV together since.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And now then, Helen. Welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Helen.
I'm from York. I work at the University of York.
What do you do in the University at York?
I'm part of a team that makes sure that everybody gets their award and progresses on to the next stage of their programme and so on. So,
what sort of awards that? That sounds nice.
Like the bachelor's or their master's.
I see.
Like
okay.
the course that they're doing.
Now, Helen, you are through to the next round. It doesn't matter what you score. You're on 3. Fabulous low score from Katie. Do you fancy talking us through the board?
As I've been stood here, I've kind of remembered more than I thought I would. I think it's Christopher Biggins. I think he's from like a boy band.
Do you want to venture a names or
Maybe
anything?
Joe McFadden. That'll be my guess. I don't know who the next guy down is. I don't know who either of them are. That might be Peter Beardsley at the start of the third line. And that's Harry Redknapp. That's Sarah off of EastEnders. I don't know who he is, and I recognise him, but I can't remember his name.
I mean, I'm going to go on record as saying that might have been the worst ever talking through a board.
But at least you went for it.
Tried.
There you are. So which one of those are you gonna submit?
I'm going to say Christopher Biggins.
Christopher Biggins. Christopher Biggins. No red line view, you're already through. How many of our 100 people said Christopher Biggins? It's right. Down you go to 52, taking your toes up to 55. Very well done.
Very well played, Helen. It was beautifully done the way you took us through that. You said it all with such confidence. Now, the one next to Biggins, he is
Brian
in a boy band.
McFadden.
It's not Brian McFadden. He's from Westlife. It's Kian Egan.
Oh, right.
He scores 2 points. Terrific answer. Next row down,
Joe Swash.
he would have scored you 19 points. Next to him is the motorcyclist
Yeah.
Carl Fogarty.
Yeah.
He would have scored you 11. And Vicky Patterson would have scored you 4. And now, apologies if you're watching Phil Tufnell. I mean, maybe in a certain light he might look like Peter Beardsley. But yeah, it's Phil Tufnell. The second winner of I'm 70 would have scored you 23. You are right about Harry Redknapp. He would have scored you 36. You are right that it's her off EastEnders. That is Charlie Brooks. Would have scored 2. Next to Charlie Brooks,
Gino D'Acampo.
Gino D'Acampo. He would have scored you 20. And the winner of the very first I'm a Celebrity to Get Me Out of Here,
Tony Black.
Tony Blackburn. And he would have scored 47. So Dougie Pointer, best answer on the board.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. We are at the end of our first round. We have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. Oh, George and Amy. This just hasn't landed right for you, but thank you so much for playing. It's been great having you on the show. George and Amy. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2.